Welcome to another edition of Morning Date. Hi, mate.
Did you just say hi?
I tried to.
Okay, well, welcome to the studio, Billy.
Hello, alright Ari Ayob. I just said hello
Wow.
in 3 different dialects.
Well, wait. You just spoke in English? Is that what you did?
Yeah, that's British English.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I think we would have to, pick Billy's brain a lot today.
Yes.
But before we do, we're going to give a quiz for our listeners. Billy, you're going to help me out, right?
Okay.
Which of the following does not contain the famous or infamous th sound?
Number 1, Thursday. Number 2, bathtub. Number 3, bulb.
Yeah, so look for the one that does not have the th sound. Can you give the options once again?
Okay. Number 1, Thursday. Number 2, bathtub. Number 3, bulb.
If you know the answer, use our Pandi Border Kakao Talk Plus for free, or text to pound 1045 for 50 or 101 depending on the length of your message for a chance to win a 영단어 책 504 word. And we're giving out to 3 people.
Okay, welcome to our studio, Billy. And first of all, could you briefly introduce yourself to our listeners?
Okay, so it's my pleasure to be here, and my name is Songjae, but I'm more known as KoreanBilly on the internet, and I usually make YouTube videos about British dialects, and it's really, it's really strange to be here because I usually just go online, so offline stuff is really strange to me, but it's still really exciting.
Okay, so well, first of all, I'm curious. Where did you get the name Billy? Did your parents name you Billy?
Well, I think just most of the Korean students just, when they go to an English academy, they just pick one English name, right?
Yeah.
So I just went to an English academy when I was a primary school student, and I just saw the list of English names. So there were Tom, Sean, and Billy, and I just liked the name Billy, so I chose it, and I've been using this, up to now. So I still like it.
Are your parents satisfied?
Yeah, I think so.
Do they ever call you Billy? No?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, they probably called you Songjae, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're an internet sensation, a YouTube star. So I'm a little bit curious. So where did the idea come from for you to make the YouTube videos?
So I've been interested in British English for a long time. So I've been studying British English for like 8 years since I was a high school student. So I've been just interested in, and I could go to the UK as an exchange student 2 years ago. And just while living there, I could learn some British dialects because the town I lived was called Preston, and it was near Liverpool and Manchester, so it was just full of northerners and just people from Liverpool and Manchester. So I just naturally absorbed their accents, and I got fascinated by different kinds of accents and different kinds of dialects. So that's how I got really into British dialects and got more into British English.
So how long did you live in England?
For 1 semester, for about half a year.
That's it? Abroad?
Yeah.
So you studied English solely in Korea growing
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
right.
Wow, that's amazing. And I do believe you're from Busan, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm from Busan, so I do use Busan dialect.
Oh, when you
So-
speak Korean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh.
that might be a little, I don't know, awkward for me because you speak in the British accent.
Right.
And
then-
the place, Liverpool, that you've been to, that you studied, that place has a strong accent, I assume?
Yeah, and I think Liverpool dialect is one of the most famous or,
I see.
infamous dialect in the UK. So it is one of the most, well-known British dialect in the UK.
Kind of like the Busan dialect in Korea, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you have really a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun when you make your YouTube videos. So do you think of what to teach or what to talk about on your YouTube videos alone, or do you have partners?
Well, I usually do everything by myself. Yeah, because I don't know. I just wanted to work as a just broadcaster. So I've been looking for a job actually, but it didn't work out really well. So I just thought, I would just, make my own broadcasting station and make my own broadcast because I've been just interested in making broadcasts for a long time. So yeah, that's how I started actually.
Yeah, and the editing is really well done too. I mean, do you edit everything?
Yeah, I do. And I've been practicing editing and like presenting for a long time. And I worked at a university broadcasting station when I was a college student. So I could have lots of opportunities to practice editing and presenting for a broadcast. So I think that helped me a lot to make my YouTube videos.
Wow. To all the broadcasting companies out there, here we have talent right here in our studio waiting for your call.
And you have a lot of fans from our show too, right? Our listeners. 서지선님 says, "Oh, I saw you on the news. Hello."
Oh, hello. Hello, 지선님. 반갑습니다.
Oh, I feel like I have to talk in the British accent too.
I'm not even going to try it.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay. We have a message sent by 임은정님 from KakaoTalk Plus. 와, 저랑 중2 제 딸 빌리 팬이에요. 찰지고 구성진 영국 사투리와 진행 그리고 친근감이 끝내줘요. Okay, so a mother and a daughter are a fan of your YouTube channel
wow.
and you.
Both the mother and the daughter.
Yes.
Wow. That's really
Have you
nice.
walked around the streets of Seoul or wherever and people noticed you?
Yeah, very few people noticed me, and it was really exciting. But when I went to the UK, like most of the Liverpool people recognized me and said hello, and that
Oh,
was really
really?
exciting.
Oh, so
yeah.
you're more famous in England than in Korea.
Yeah, not in
so
Korea.
So far.
Yeah, so
But
far.
your news is like all over the place. I actually saw it even before we knew that you were coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Park Shiunim says, Billy, I love your British accent. I want to learn it too. Any tips?
Well, you definitely need to subscribe my channel first. And yeah, there are lots of, I think there are lots of, studying materials to study British English these days, like online, offline. So like, if you are interested, you can definitely practice British English and, make your study English fun. That would be great.
Okay, I think your YouTube channels are definitely, a way to learn English in a fun way. Well, talking about fun, quizzes are fun too, right? So let's give our listeners the quiz one more time. Which of the following does not contain the famous TH sound? Listen up, Billy, the options.
Number 1, Thursday. Number 2, bathtub. Number 3, bulb.
Yeah, and which option did you not hear the sound?
Okay, let's check some more messages from our listeners.
No, why don't we ask Billy some more questions?
So Billy, here's a question for you. To me, you seem like an explorer of language. So I'm a little bit curious. What are the unexplored territories, or what kind of dialect you would like to master as your next
Well,
territory?
like, I believe there are over 30 dialects, 30 kinds of different British dialects. So there are still lots of dialects I haven't covered yet and to explore. But I haven't tried the Irish one yet.
Oh, the Irish one.
Yeah, I heard the Irish one is one of the most sexiest accent
Oh,
in the UK.
really?
Yeah, it is considered as one of the most, sexist.
Then you should have learned it first.
Right?
Well, out of all the different dialects that you taught, could you teach Eugene and I one today?
Oh, okay. So since it's morning, I think you need to have some brechi.
What's
Whoa,
brechi?
what's that?
Brechi is breakfast in the Liverpool dialect.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Even the pronunciation is
One
really
more time,
interesting.
slowly, please.
It's brechi.
Brechi.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It sounds German.
Yeah, it
Brechi.
does. Or, I don't know, somewhere
it's
from
my-
Europe, but...
Yeah,
Wow.
that K sound is quite unique to the Liverpool
Oh, it's a
dialect.
K sound.
Yeah, it's K. It's BREKKY.
So how would you use that, for example, in a sentence like, hey, let's have some breakfast?
Yeah, shall we have some brachila? Or
Oh
that
my
brachi was
gosh.
bossla.
That-
That one.
Okay, that does not
really
sound English to me. I definitely need to check out your videos to learn more before I go to England because, language is so important, especially
Right.
when you travel too. Not just living there, but if you know some words, especially in dialects, the people of
Right.
the local town, they go crazy. They're like, oh, you know that word.
Right.
Yeah?
Even like when foreigners, when non-Korean people speak some Korean words, Korean people get really pleased, right? So I think that's the same thing. So when I say like "brachi" in Liverpool, like Liverpool people, get really excited. So I think that's a really great. I think it's really great to learn at least a few just local words that would help to communicate with them.
That's an amazing talent that you have right there. And for most people who are extremely talented, they usually go through the experience of writing a book with their know-hows and tips. Is that an idea you are considering?
Actually, one publishing company suggested making a book, but I don't know because I just prefer videos to books, and I'm not sure if I'm really good at writing. But I'm just, I think it would be great to, make a book to, help students and give some tips on, learning English in a fun way. So maybe in the future, yeah.
Well, maybe the book could be complementary to your internet YouTube
That's
videos.
true, yeah.
So that will have a synergy effect.
Yeah, that would be possible.
Well, I think you, Billy, you yourself are a huge inspiration for people who want to learn English because you lived in Korea your whole life and went to England for 6 months?
Right.
And that's it. And look how amazing he speaks English.
Oh, he's
right?
awesome.
Are you just smart or did you really work hard?
I don't know. I think just English for English itself. I've been studying English since I was a really, really young kid. And I don't know, I just got fascinated by the English language. And I remember when I was a kid, every time I saw a foreigner, I just, approached to that foreigner and said hello and just ran away. And that was just, fun. So I just, enjoyed, speaking in English and just practiced a lot. And yeah, so here I
So
am.
when you say kid, do you kind of remember what age you became interested in English?
Maybe before I went to a primary school. Yeah. So that was
Wow.
one of the most, memorable moments.
Okay.
Well, Pyeongyung says, excuse me, oh, I love your profile. You look really handsome.
Oh, wow. Thank
From
you.
your side. Yeah, so when you do your channels, it might be great to put in more of your profile into your videos.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have a message sent by 0337님. 안녕하세요. 저는 고등학교에서 영어를 가르치고 있어요. 코리안 빌리 말고 어떤 영화나 동영상으로 연습하면 좋을까요? 빌리가 추천해 주시면 좋겠어요.
Oh, wow. Okay. So when I studied British English, I just went to the BBC channels just all the time. And I think Harry Potter is one of the most typical British films, right? So I just, watched the whole Harry Potter series over and over again. And that helps me to get the British accent and just get familiar with the British English. But, after watching the series for lots of times, I just got, very, very posh British accents. Like Hermione accent is not that, real. So... But I just managed to improve my British English.
Do you
by
remember a
watching Harry
line from Harry Potter?
So like Wingardium Leviosa
Yeah, of course.
when Ron said that wrong, Hermione said, "You are going to take your eyes out," and said like that.
Amazing
Yeah.
pronunciation. Okay, so Billy, here's a question. 빌리에게 영어 발음이란?
Oh wow. 영어 발음. I think it's always a exciting topic to talk about with other people because we can't avoid English pronunciation, and even now I am using the English pronunciation right, and just there are lots of varieties of English pronunciation, so it's not boring at all. It's always exciting and interesting to talk about. So English pronunciation is always really interesting to me, and that just helps me to meet more people because by learning more British dialects and just different kinds of British pronunciation, that helps me to just communicate with more English speaking people. So that helps me to meet more people and just broaden my world. So that's my precious
And
thing.
talking to you, I feel like we will probably see you at this radio station more often.
Hope so.
We should.
Yes. Well, thank you, Billy, so much for taking out your precious time to come visit us here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And we'll see you again
I hope so.
very
Yeah,
soon.
definitely.
Okay, thank you. Have a great trip back home.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Billy.